In Level 4, we will be working with square roots and cube roots in context. So you'll be solving other types of problems that just have square roots in them. In this first example, it says a right triangle has legs of length 2 root 6 and 4 root 3. Find the length of the hypotenuse. So if we draw a right triangle, remember the legs are the two sides that make the right angle. So 2 root 6 and 4 root 3. And we're trying to find the length of the hypotenuse. And remember we use Pythagorean theorem to find the missing side in a right triangle. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. And so the two legs are a and b, and c is the missing hypotenuse. So we plug those in. We get 4 radical 3 squared plus 2 radical 6 squared equals c squared. Now when we square 4 radical 3, 4 squared is 16. The square root of 3 squared, the square and the square root cancel, we just get 3. And 16 times 3 is 48. And then for this one, we square both of these. We get 2 squared is 4. And then the square and the square root cancel. We get 4 times 6, which is 24. So 48 plus 24 equals c squared. Add those together. And you get 72 equals c squared. And then to find c, we take the square root of both sides. And now we have to simplify the square root of 72. So we do our factor tree for 72, and we get 8 times 9, 4 times 2, 2 times 2, 3 times 3. And we have a pair of 2's and a pair of 3's. So we can take out a 2 and a 3, multiply those together, and we get a 6 out front. And then this 2 has to stay inside. So 6 radical 2 is our final answer for the length of the hypotenuse. On this next application that involves a radical, we're using something called the quadratic formula. And we're just plugging in these numbers, a, b, and c, and simplifying. So just following the formula, I have a negative sign, and then I plug in b, which is 6, so we get negative 6, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so 6 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 3, times c, which is negative 1, over 2 times a, which was 3. Now we're going to simplify inside the radical, and we get 48, so this is negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 48 over, and then multiply 2 times 3, we get 6 on the bottom. Now we would simplify our radical, so the square root of 48, make a factor tree, 4 times 12, 2 times 2, 3 times 4, 2 times 2. So we have 2 pairs of 2's, and a 3 stays inside. If we take out 2 2's, that's a 4, so we get negative 6 plus or minus 4 radical 3 over 6. And then we can simplify this a little bit more if we distribute this denominator to both terms on the top. We get negative 6 over 6 plus or minus 4 radical 3 over 6. Negative 6 over 6 is negative 1 plus or minus, and then 4 over 6 reduces to 2 over 3. So 2 radical 3 over 3, and that would be our final answer.